Hello and welcome to another Lightning Talk from Nalty. Today we are going to talk about how teams develop and the theory of group evolution, to know where your team is located and some actions anyone can take to make a team evolve. Turns out that most of what we know about teams evolution comes from a psychology professor named Stockman, kind of the Michael Porter of group dynamics, although he also did great research in procrastination and contributed to students' successful careers. But let's get to it. Tuckman published in 1965, more than 50 years ago, a theory known as Stockman's Stages of Group Development, where he stated that there are four phases of group development: forming, storming, norming, and performing. Later, he added a fifth named adjourning, but we are not going to be talking about this during this conversation. Before jumping into the details, it is important to mention that according to this theory, every team experiences these phases no matter what. More relevantly, a team can be transitioning between phases without ever reaching a final one. All teams go through a relatively unproductive stage before becoming a self-reliant unit, and unless the issues of processes and feelings have been properly addressed, it is unlikely that the team will reach the most productive final stage. But let's get to the theory. The key takeaway from this theory is that all teams that stay together over a period of time will change and develop. Three issues determine how well the teams perform and are indicators of the phase the team is located: content, that relates to what the team does; process, that relates to how the team works towards its objectives; and feelings, that applies to how the team members relate to one another. Tuckman's research suggests that most teams concentrate almost exclusively on content, to the detriment of process and feelings, which explains why teams that are strong on paper can underperform. I think this vision is a reflection of the leadership style that prevailed during the 60s and 70s, although in some traditional businesses this is still the case, but not in all of them. The one thing we always need to have in mind is that forming a team takes time. Team members often go through recognizable stages as they change from being a collection of strangers to a united group with common goals. So let's jump into the different phases. The first one is forming. In this stage, most team members are positive and polite. Some are anxious as they haven't fully understood what work the team will do. Others are simply excited about the task ahead. This stage can last while people start to work together and as they make an effort to get to know their colleagues. In terms of the content, there is some attempt to define the job to be done. In terms of process, team members look outside for guidance and direction. And from the feelings point of view, people feel anxious and are unsure of their roles, must look to a leader for guidance. As a leader, during this phase, you have to play a dominant role. It is important to direct the team and establish clear objectives, both for the team as a whole and for individual team members. The next stage is storming, a difficult stage where many teams fail. One of the most relevant takeaways is that many teams accept storming as a normal way of operating, which is not. During this phase, people start to push against the boundaries established in the forming stage. We can find conflict between team members' natural working styles. If different working styles cause unforeseen problems, people may become frustrated. Storming can also happen in situations like challenging the leader's authority, or people may feel overwhelmed by the workload due to the lack of definition of how the team will work. From the content point of view, team members resist the task demands. Team members deny the task and look for reasons not to do them. In terms of feelings, people still feel uncertain and try to express their individuality. Concerns arise about the team hierarchy. As a leader, it is important to establish processes and structures, build trust and good relationships between team members, provide support, especially to those team members who are less secure. Remaining positive and firm in the face of challenges to the leader figure is important, and explaining the stages of team evolution helps understanding why problems occur, along with coaching in conflict resolution skills when necessary. Gradually, the team moves into the norming stage. This is when people start to resolve their differences. They appreciate colleagues' strengths and respect their leader's authority. There is often a prolonged overlap between storming and norming because as new tasks come up or new team members join the group, the team may lapse back into behavior from the storming stage. As the team feels more comfortable in the norming phase due to knowing each other better, they will be able to ask one another for help and provide constructive feedback. People develop a stronger commitment to the team goal, and there is good progress towards the goal. From the content point of view, there is an open exchange of views about the team's problems. In the process, the team starts to set up procedures to deal with the task. And from the feelings point of view, people ignore individual differences and team members are more accepting of one another. As a leader, it is important to step back and help team members take responsibility for progress towards the goal. Finally, the team reaches the performing stage when hard work leads without friction to the achievement of the team's goal. The structures and processes that have been set up support this well. It feels easy to be part of a team at this stage, and people who join or leave won't disrupt performance. From the content point of view, resources are allocated efficiently, processes are in place to ensure that the final objective is achieved, the team is able to solve problems, and people share common focus. They communicate effectively and become more efficient and flexible as a result. During the performing stage, the leader should focus on developing team members as much as other goals and areas of focus, while delegating as much as possible on tasks and projects. Stockman highlighted some observations that are worth reviewing in today's team dynamics. The first, a team will not be fully effective unless it reaches the stage of performing. The second, many teams accept storming as a normal way of operating, while several teams may never get beyond the forming stage. Unless the process of norming is fully completed, teams may degenerate into storming. And finally, the amount of time taken to complete the cycle will vary tremendously between teams. Several factors determine how quickly a team will evolve toward effectiveness. Among the most relevant, we can find team size, geographical spread, frequency and duration of meetings, the synergy of team types, stability of team membership, external influences, time pressures, the nature of teams' activities. New theories have been developed. For example, the theory focused on virtual teams. Nevertheless, Stockman's theoretical foundation remains influential and guides leaders reach a better version of their teams. I hope this quick review of team dynamics is helpful for you and your teams. See you on the next lightning talk, and thank you.